Hey everyone, Rohan here. Really excited to talk to you all about DUALITE, our design to code tool for converting Figma interactive prototypes into HTML, CSS, and React. Let's get started. So, what's the problem? The problem we're trying to solve today is essentially a developer centric problem. Developers today spend a lot of time in converting design and UI into code, especially animations and other motion related designs. Research itself has shown that around 60% of the time developers spend in building basic and mundane applications, while globally there has been a shortage of developers all across. Thus, we were able to identify this gap which existed. Personally, for me, while I was creating a social media product, the time it took for each Figma frame to get converted into code was a lot. And the discussions between developers and designers were difficult to say the least. So, what's the solution? The solution is simply a tool that sits inside Figma and with just a click of a button generates good quality code that can be shared with engineers, thus taking firms much faster into production. Talking about the market, the total addressable market currently sits at around $190 billion. The SAM at 10.3 billion and the SOM is $6.5 million for us. Before dwelling fully into the product, here's a basic primer about Figma and interactive prototypes. Figma today is the leading design tool used by product teams globally, which is especially famous for its ability to create mockups and interactive prototypes. Interactive prototypes is just a fancy name and allows your designers to create an entire user journey through a network of frames, which shows transitions, which shows which step the user needs to take for what action. So, coming now to the main product, we are creating a first in the market Figma plugin to convert these Figma interactive prototypes into React and HTML CSS. So, while delving further into this product and this design to code space, we figured the problem that today extremely good quality code is required, as well as the code should be responsive all across multiple devices. These two act as the trust point for developers to build trust around us. So building on into that, we are building an AI based feature to turn a single Figma frame design responsive by generating different device based variants for phone, for tablet, and whatnot. So talking about our competition like Anima, Device, or even Locofy, our product is fundamentally for good code quality. We don't want to bombard users with features that they can themselves hack into and build for stuff like API or Firebase integrations, but rather build a trustable brand of getting a good quality, a trustable code into the hands of developers that they can trust and build upon further. Here comes the best part. Our team is nothing sort of extraordinary. Prakhar, being the heart of technical development, is a Smart India Hackathon winner and an extremely smart person who not only understood everything in and around on Figma development, but also resonated with the problem himself and has a very strong product perspective. John is a fellow Bitsian himself with unparalleled entrepreneurial spirit and also being the core member of DevSoc community identified with the problem. He knows everything in and around of coding animations to AI and neural models and is building our competitive edge to disrupt into this space. We're very fortunate to be backed by Pides. We were the top three in Regalia B Plan competition. And to add to that, we were given a word of praise by Charlie Walton himself, the senior business development head of Figma. Talking about myself, I'm a person who read Steve Jobs at the age of 10 and have been buzzing about him and Apple. Since my teen years, I've been working on multiple things, be it writing a thriller fictional book which sold over 100 plus copies, be it building a AI with a friend that identifies when to skip a song for house parties, or even building a first of its kind interactive, multi perspective social media platform the which was kind of the forerunner for features such as Geo's hype mode. I was also the head boy of my school and have done multiple product internships. With Dualite, we want to build something for the new age developers who only focus on the core business logics or the core problems that the company or the firm needs to solve instead of worrying about UI, which is something that for me is much more of a developer centric function. I've built small scale college project myself, and it really is a motivation downer, I would say, if the UI gets really complicated or if people are not able to understand UI design. And I feel today we have the available technology, the available advanced technology to get brilliant minds solving world's greatest problems. With DUALITE, we also want to empower everyday citizen developers to be self-reliant and build basic applications themselves without any external developer need. Thank you all.